The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 1,233, with 2 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 9 additional cases were reported and no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Rhiannon Trutanich. It's Tuesday, July 20th. LA County is seeing a significant spike in COVID-19 related hospitalizations again. Public health officials say we're now starting to see corresponding increases after cases went up by 700% since June 15th. More than 520 people with the coronavirus are currently hospitalized in LA County, compared to 372 last week on Monday and 218 people on June 15th. Test positivity increased 10 times from 0.4% on June 15th to 4.5% this Monday. LA County Health Officer order has been modified, reinstating the indoor mask mandate regardless of vaccination status. It includes all indoor public places, including gyms, theaters, family entertainment centers, offices, and retail stores. Public health officials are working closely with businesses and work sites so they have the tools needed to make sure their customers and employees are adhering to the new requirement. For those who are not yet vaccinated, new incentives are available this week at qualifying vaccination sites across LA County. They include tickets to the Staples Center to see the Harlem Globetrotters, Disney on Ice, and the Gold Over America tour starring Simone Biles. Pasadena will soon join the rest of LA County and reissue a mask mandate. The city tweeted the announcement on Monday evening, adding that the new mandate will be posted sometime this week. The city's health department director, Dr. Ying Go, says she will implement the requirement for indoor masks and have the rule align with LA County's mandate. The Pasadena City Council held a meeting Monday night to finalize the details of the order with Dr. Go. Pasadena spokesperson Lisa Derderian also says city employees will be mandated to get vaccinated. This move will make Pasadena the first city in Southern California to require all city workers to get the shot. Details are expected in the coming days. U.S. officials are warning Americans to stay away from the United Kingdom. The State Department raised its travel advisory for the UK on Monday to level 4, do not travel. It aligns with an update made by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC issued a level 4 travel health notice for the UK due to a very high level of COVID-19 in the country, suggesting that people avoid going there and if they have to go, to get vaccinated beforehand. State Department officials say restrictions are in place affecting U.S. citizen entry into the UK. They also emphasize the effectiveness of vaccines, attributing it to lowering the risk of getting the coronavirus and developing severe symptoms. This comes as cases in England have been going up rapidly after almost all COVID-19 restrictions were lifted, including mandatory mask wearing. Meanwhile, Canada is getting ready to reopen its borders for the first time since March of 2020. Starting August 9th, fully vaccinated citizens and permanent residents of the U.S. currently living here will be allowed to visit. And beginning on September 7th, international travelers may also be able to go as long as COVID-19 conditions remain favorable. Entry to Canada will continue to be prohibited for all foreign travelers who are not fully vaccinated. Americans must provide proof that they got their full vaccine dose or doses from Canada-approved sources at least 2 weeks before travel. They are Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson. Other vaccines, including those from China and Russia, will not be recognized by Canada at this time. Fully vaccinated travelers will not need a post-arrival test unless they are randomly selected at the port of entry. Unvaccinated minors younger than 12 who enter Canada with vaccinated parents or guardians will not have to quarantine for 14 days. All travelers visiting Canada will still need to take a negative PCR or molecular test within 72 hours of requesting entry, regardless of vaccination status. The U.S. borders are still closed to Canadians. The White House says they're continuing to review travel restrictions, and any decisions about reopening travel will be guided by their public health and medical experts. As adults are asked to mask up once again, the American Academy of Pediatrics is also recommending that all children over the age of 2 wear masks when returning to school this fall, regardless of vaccination status. The new recommendations go beyond the guidance announced by the CDC last month that said masks won't be necessary for vaccinated students. The pediatricians group says while they strongly recommend in-person learning, officials should use a layered approach to combat another outbreak of COVID-19 cases when schools reopen this August. The country now has its first set of canines specially trained in COVID-19 detection. They are 9-month-old Labrador step siblings, and they work for Bristol County Sheriff's Office in Massachusetts. Officials say they are so advanced in their training that they can even pick up on the more contagious Delta variant. The dogs are able to smell the virus on a surface that was recently touched by a person with COVID-19. A canine specialist from the Bristol County Sheriff's Office says their training method of COVID-19 is the same as how they train to detect firearms, explosives, and narcotics. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos fulfilled his childhood dream today by successfully launching to the edge of space.
Command engine start. 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff.
He says his company, Blue Origin's first crewed space flight represents one step towards its mission of expanding to a point where people can live and work in space. He added, quote, "What we're really trying to do is build reusable space vehicles. It's the only way to build a road to space, and we need to build a road to space so that our children can build the future." Bezos was one of 4 passengers on board the New Shepard rocket and capsule. His younger brother Mark was another. And then there is Wally Funk, an 82-year-old aviator who became the oldest U.S. astronaut in history. She was part of a group of female aviators known as Mercury 13, who trained for space flights in the 1960s but never got to go. And the 4th passenger, 18-year-old Oliver Damon from the Netherlands, became the youngest person to fly to space and the first paying customer for Blue Origin's flight. His father bought the seat for millions of dollars. Damon says he feels a responsibility to get young people interested in space. A brand of frozen pork dumplings is being recalled this week. A facility out of Alhambra run by Green Dining Table Inc. announced they are pulling 183,330 pounds of the frozen food due to misbranding and undeclared allergens. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Service, the product contains milk and coconut, which are known allergens that were not included on the labels. The frozen dumplings were produced between March and July of this year. The recalled items range from 1.5-pound plastic packages containing gyoza, pork and vegetables, bite-sized dumplings, crispy dumplings, kimchi dumplings with pork, and Pax noodle pork and vegetables. The items were shipped to wholesalers in California, New Jersey, New York, and Washington. The University of California is making history this year. It admitted its largest and most diverse undergraduate class ever for fall of 2021. In January, UC officials shared that they received a total of almost 250,000 applicants, a 16.1% leap compared to the year before. Among California applicants, Latinos were the largest group admitted for the second year, making up 37% of all the incoming freshmen. Asian Americans made up 34%, White students 20%, black students 5%, and the rest were American Indians, Pacific Islanders, or those who declined to state their race or ethnicity. About 45% of prospective freshmen admitted were low income, while 45% said they were the first in their families to attend a four-year university. UC also broke a record for transfer students. 28,453 of them were admitted from the California Community College system, the largest class to date. UC President Michael V. Drake says these numbers are a testament to the hard work and resiliency of students and their families across the state. He adds that he is particularly heartened by the social and economic diversity of those who are offered a place at UC. UC opened its doors in 1869 with just 10 faculty members and 38 students. Today, the UC system has more than 280,000 students and more than 227,000 faculty and staff. About 2 million alumni live and work around the world, including several right here in Torrance. Costco will keep its special shopping hours for seniors. The company updated its policy, saying starting July 26, its warehouses in the U.S. and Puerto Rico will be open for special operating hours from 9 to 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The notice says only members ages 60 and older and those with disabilities or who are immunocompromised will be admitted during that time. Target and Walmart also have special shopping hours for seniors. Trader Joe's recently ended theirs and has not said if they plan to bring them back as cases and hospitalizations continue to rise. The Torrance City Council will not meet tonight to conduct city business. It is a previously scheduled dark night. The next meeting will be held on Tuesday, July 27th. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community, pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn and the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank will host another free food drive-thru giveaway. They'll return to the same spot, Del Amo Fashion Center, by the former Sears this Friday from 9 a.m. to noon. No eligibility is required. It is drive-thru only, so no walk-ups. Line formation will begin at 8:30 a.m. and will be strictly enforced. And organizers ask that everyone wear a face covering. What a thoughtful way to keep our community strong and well-fed during this pandemic. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Christine Lee brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
There is a road laid out for me.
Boxes everywhere. And this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind,
You're really gonna like it.
I
hope so.
Yeah. I know this road is there for me. There is a long way.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
The ways down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
I got this.
I know this road is there for me.
Okay.
If I'm really free, take me down to the river and wash me.
COVID-19 has changed how we show up and show out with our family. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to talking smack with a side of mac and cheese.
Before we can safely come together, we need the facts.
As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Should I get it?
Is it safe?
Should I wait?
It's smart to question. Now, get the facts at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you.